Hello and welcome to a match between Inept and Flippers Down on the Halo Rec League Twitch channel in the Contender Premade division. Took us a while to get this match, but I do believe Inept took the first map. It was an oddball. So now we're on Street Slayer. I'm Mike Queso here with Frenetic. You have any opening thoughts for us, Frenetic?
No, just that I'm looking forward to this match. It's always fun to see the contender division. There's always a lot of interesting ways that they play that you don't maybe see. They're, I don't know. The best way I can describe it is creative. There's always a ton of creativity in how they play, and I'm down for it. I'm always happy to see people trying out new things.
And I do believe Inept are the #1 seed because they were undefeated throughout this entire regular season, and Flippers Down had a little bit of a tough season. I don't know their exact record, but I know that they were able to take at least a couple series before getting into playoffs. So they definitely do have some experience on the side. Right now the score is 8-5 right now, and we did see Flippers Down have a hard time getting out of their spawn because Inept were just able to be a quick and snappy team, organized team with the way that they move. 11-5 is the score, and 3 down for Flippers Down. It just seems like Inept are just starting to flow with confidence. We didn't really get to see the first map, so it is interesting to see you know, that rhythm already established for the team in the lead.
There we are. Now, I'm interested to see who gets this next camouflage here, as Inept brings to a 9-kill lead in their favor. Trap Lord over here for Flippers Down, trying to pick up a kill at Tower. It's actually a second one as well. Tries to make one, but gonna go down here over at Cafe side.
Yeah, and Alfwin is trying to move off the B spawn. Scopes in and then hits the curb slide. That's that's some interesting visuals from their point of view, but they're still able to get away with their life right now. Looking with the teammate at the opposing Flippers Down, trying to come out of driveway. Sir Charles backs away from pushing with the teammate. Maybe not the best idea in the Slayer. I know there are a lot of times when I play with higher ranking players and I'm pushing next to them, they don't like when I split away, but you know, it's contenders, so these type of mistakes happen, and Sir Charles is still milking their life. I do want to give them credit here in saying that they aren't getting average, they're not dying just yet, but maybe just could be a little bit more effective on this map. We see Dawina won effectively just tied in the corner there, and then throw a nice sticky into tires and gets the trade with the opposing player. Alfwin, a great player that we see consistently throughout Halo Rec League, trying to get some nice map control for the team. A lot of the fights that we're seeing right now are just in that B area, so map control is just control of B at this point, at this level.
Each side does offer a lot of great angles to shoot across map. It does offer a lot of control to help trap people in C as well. But the big thing that I would say, especially for kind of this lower level, the thing that I've seen people have most success with is that sort of aggression that I was talking about in the prior match. That sort of everybody fly together at once. And you see it a lot kind of at the contender level simply because a lot of people, they'll get that red mist in their eyes all at once and they will all charge. You know, not even necessarily meaning to, but will charge together and find success in that way.
Yeah, and the score right now is 32-20 with about 7.5 minutes left, with Inept just having just a classy display right now against Flippers Down, who aren't having the easiest of times getting the most amount of damage put out on this map right now. I feel like whenever we're on their point of view, They're not really in the most advantageous positions, but Inept are just making the game easy for themselves right now. Bro gets taken out after doing some nice damage, has a nice margin to work with that lead being 13 kills, so, you know, working with a little bit of grace there. As everybody in that B area continues to exchange, just red and blue bodies continues to drop in. Right there, it's a nice live in that red room area that we're seeing from the player in blue. Just gets taken out. Maybe could have just crouched in that red room area and just milked their life a little bit more, but you know, it happened. Score is 40-25 right now, and a minute has passed since, you know, I passed you the mic.
Oh, coming into the final kills here, 41-27 in favor of Inept. Not impossible. I would say it's never impossible to come back in a Slayer game, but as we inch closer and closer, we get these final 10 kills, it gets a lot harder.
Yeah,
And then we
definitely.
have here Janitor
Uh,
pushing into Subway, clearing it out as befitting his job title. Helps his teammate pick up another kill. 45-28 now.
yeah,
We
I
have
think
Trap Lord getting caught out at Cafe. Same with Giraffe. As OG Thick Boy. Good gracious. Pushes into the A tower, picks up the shotgun, picks up kill number 47. I'm sorry, kill number 48. I can learn how to count. Kill number 49 going on to Sir Charles. And Flippers down. At this point, they need to be looking into Game 3 and seeing how they need to change things up in order to get a win here. Is there? Oh, got a little 2-0 right now. You can't be thinking about that. If you're thinking about that, you're not thinking about the game. If you're not thinking about the game, it's going to be 3-0 in a hot minute.
It's definitely going to be an interesting map to see unfold with just the storyline that we're seeing right now throughout this series and throughout this day in the Halo Rec League, the first day of playoffs in the pre-made divisions. Yesterday we did have the mixed divisions go at it, and it was a very interesting series. So I do recommend people tune in to Halo Rec League both Wednesdays and Thursdays. Yes, we see a nice snipe from Alpha Win right there. That's just a good body shot. Gets another one cross into the blue base. We see the OS being the one to grab that enemy flag. I know you'll be a fan of that one, and that should be cap one in favor for Inept very quickly. Even I kind of wasn't expecting them to be this efficient, but they kind of knew that they needed to press their advantage quickly.
Running fine with Overshield, it can be good and bad. It is nice that you have that extra shielding. You can just keep focusing on running. But it's also good to have that Overshield instead of using it on the flag guy. Have him covering the flag guy, because then they can take shots at the flag guy and continue shooting back. All the flag guy can do is run. But all the same, good job to Inept. The Overshield guy was in position for the flag. He was the logical one to run it. Can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, that's definitely an impressive statement from Inept. Flippers down. I think we're doing a decent job to not get too stressed out after giving up that flag cap so quickly. This next OS is up, so it's going to be tough for Flippers down to do anything if they don't take out Broski fairly quickly. They're already dropping, and it might be a tough situation. As I was trying to give them their flowers, they're 3 down, and that's just suffocating the advantage right now that they have, or pushing that advantage that they have right now, and suffocating Flippers down in their back base.
Flippers down having a really tough time just getting out of there, and this is kind of showing off Inept's got a better handle as far as positions they're putting themselves in on the map. You know, there's always somebody in Flippers Down's attic. There's always somebody controlling their snipe. There's always somebody in their base. Flippers Down, they're having a hard time even just getting out of their base. Never mind pushing across and trying to get their own flagpole. If I, and again, if I was Flippers down, if I was in their ears, I would be saying, I want you to hop into their snipe. I want you to clear out your snipe actually first, and then push to the enemy snipe. Don't let the other team control that.
Alright. It's interesting to see the plays that Inept have been able to make with those power weapons in hand. And Flippers Down do have the red flag in their back base, but I don't know if they're going to be the most efficient with movement like that. Trap Lord is in a zone that usually is is no man's land on this map, and is just trying to take up space right now. But it's just chaos ensuing right now at that blue flag.
Reversal there, but the thing I really liked what Traplord did is he played that super duper patient and did a silent run the whole way through. Usually with Infinite, a lot of people will sprint and they'll throw the flag, and you know there's perfectly valid reasons for doing that. Traplord just ran it silently, and when you run it without sprinting or dropping it, there's no indicator. It goes over your head for the other team to track you down with. And you just
Definitely.
walk that straight in. A lot of people, they would see like 2-3 enemy players go down, they'll immediately start running it. Traveler was patient, and it paid off for him.
Definitely caught me off guard a little bit seeing that flag in that specific area of the map. I was like, whoa, what are you doing in there? I was like, that's not usually some place that I like to go, but even I still learning things in this point of the game, and specifically how to move that flag. Usually the one moving that flag when I'm playing in my 4 stacks, I'm usually trying to get that objective, just because you know that Slayer, the main Slayer role is usually handed off to someone else, but right now it's that red flag getting returned. Just another dead pull, but a nice kill by Sir Charles. 07 to just stabilize the foothold that his team had in that specific area of the map.
Definitely a good job there. Flippers down now though. They need to try and get out of their base. I feel like they've been in here for a little bit longer than I would personally like them to be. They got 2 down, 3 down on the side of Inept. They really should be pushing out. The fact that they're not, it's just letting Inept come back in and do essentially what they will, which, you know, would be alright. Not the best thing, but it would be alright if Inept wasn't already up 2-1 in the game and up 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, with 5 minutes left, we're just about in this Forbidden CTF. Thick Boy has that OS, is about to move that flag. Probably trying to call out something. Yeah, it fumbles that flag, but was getting shot in the back and probably had the callouts from the teammates to say, hey, you're good, I have the snipe. You can just keep moving, even if you make a slight mistake. Fumbles the flag once again, but you know, it's when you're X-Ying that much, it's kind of tough, you know. But this should be all she wrote for this series. Inept 3-0 this series over Flippers Down.